we're going to be moving on because that's not the only thing. Speaking of WrestleMania, speaking of main eventers and legends, it seems like there's one Hall of Famer that may be making an appearance at WrestleMania Vegas, Stone Cold Steve Austin. He recently said that he wouldn't leave Nevada, that it's hard to get him out the state, and that WrestleMania is in Vegas next year. And that's in Nevada. So my question to you is, do you think we're going to see Stone Cold appear at WrestleMania Vegas?
Yeah, I could see him hosting it if he wants to, and that's the idea that they have for him. If not, we didn't get that run in against The Rock this year. We'll get it next year for sure. And then in that stadium, that pop is gonna be insane. Cause again, I don't mind putting over the Oakland Raiders. Oakland Raiders, that's crazy. Uh, they still Oakland to me, but the Vegas Raiders stadium is insane. So whatever he wants to do, I mean, it's Stone Cold, man. It's like when Roman Reigns gets older, when he gets around Stone Cold's age, it's going to be the same thing. It's like, dude, I generated. Look, Stone Cold just be with Poncho and his other cat.
Right.
He just be on the farm. I love his content, and you know why he can do all that? Have that whole entire ranch, because he made a hell of a lot of money for that company and for himself. So them merch sales alone, that's the, that's the wrench right there. He didn't even touch his salary. That's the wrench right there. So Roman Reigns is gonna be just like that, as Jordan just said, with the 800,000 being sold, whatever his percentage is from that. Let's say it's 10-15%. That's just for one day, let alone these quarterly earnings that you get from merch. Anybody that's listening to this, if you get into pro wrestling in the business, you make your money from merch. Your salary is your salary, but you make your money from merch. It's the reason why a lot of these vendors hire these workers to do autograph signings, because they make a certain amount of money to be able to pay for the venue, make some money off of that, and then they pay whatever the asking price is for the worker. But I digress. Because as you see, Stone Cold don't need to say that to do that. And it's not to say the workers that do it are broke. Hell no. Steve Borden do it, aka Sting. He do it every month.
Yeah.
It's just a way to earn some extra income. But with Stone Cold, he's probably made the most money as a worker in pro wrestling history, just as a worker alone. Um, Nothing outside like The Rock or anybody else, just as a worker alone. So with him, if he shows up, it's just because he feels like it and he bored. Otherwise than that, he don't. That's why he didn't show. They was like, it's a money situation. He probably just gave them a roundabout number and see if they was gonna bite. Otherwise than that, he ain't hurting for nothing. So if he shows up at WrestleMania, he just shows up because he wants to.
Felt that. It's not far fetched. It's not far fetched that Stone Cold appears at WrestleMania Vegas, because the way that I'm looking at it from a business perspective is the only thing that could be bigger than WrestleMania in Philly last year is WrestleMania in Vegas this year. You're in an environment, it's good weather, more people going to be outside. There's going to be more hype for the event, considering that it's going to be the last leg on John Cena's retirement tour.
Hey, me and you gonna be there for sure.
I'm down. Listen, I'm with it. We have to, but
Yeah.
it's 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 Vegas. It's John Cena's last match, and you have to make that weekend extra, extra, extra special. I can't find anything that's going to be more special than a WrestleMania where The Rock, John Cena, and Stone Cold are going to have substantial involvement. Not to mention that we know Roman is going to be involved. We know that Cody is going to be involved. This is literally going to be a plethora of the biggest. There's going to be the best collection of WWE superstars that have ever been involved in a WrestleMania ever. If this goes according to plan, so do I think that we're going to see Stone Cold at WrestleMania Vegas? I actually do. I 100% believe that we do need to see him there, and I believe that we are going to see him there because it's Mania Vegas. And I can even make the argument that since the beginning of the Triple H era, this is going to be the magnum opus of Triple H's WWE. The way that we talk about WrestleMania 17 and that being kind of peak WrestleMania in the Attitude Era, this is going to be that for Triple H's era. So it's going to be all hands on deck. They're going to roll out the red carpet. Once again, it's Vegas, so it's not going to be hard to get celebrities involved. Like it's going to be one of those. So
And real quick,
Go
You're
ahead.
absolutely right about that. You got the past, present, and future, all right there.
Literally. It's gonna be nuts. And it's gonna be nuts, and it's gonna be the most refined version of this modern WWE product that we're getting because we're not even taking into account the women. Jade and Bianca weren't even involved in SummerSlam, and we saw how big this SummerSlam was. Imagine if they're involved in this upcoming WrestleMania. It's gonna be nuts. But let us know how y'all feel. Do you think Stone Cold Steve Austin's gonna be at WrestleMania Vegas? Let us know in the comments below. But we're gonna be moving on. Thank you guys so much for watching the Culture 316 podcast. If you liked what you saw, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so that you guys can stay up to date with all upcoming videos and events pertaining to Culture 316.